I think we
Welcome back to
like.
another episode of Dimble is gonna shoot James in the back.
Wait, why'd you do that?
Ooh,
The
Wait a
fun
minute.
mine has
potential
9
feat I
more
could get
HP.
that would make Erik scarily good at persuasion.
Welcome back to another episode of James gonna shoot Dimble in the back.
Nope, cause it's nope.
Scarily good that would
That
be
is
with
outside,
Erik.
where there's a wall.
It
now.
wouldn't be any. I don't know if it would actually.
Oh my!
You already add
double.
double. Here's the thing: you already add double your proficiency to crystal
my
checks.
profession be
No, you wouldn't.
worthless.
Wait. Okay, I can't move my mouse fast enough. This is a hard thing to do. It's hard to rotate your character.
What's a hard thing to do?
We're trying to shoot each other in the back.
Ah, I thought my dick was a hard thing to do.
We already have double proficiency on deception.
I don't know. Let me check.
I was gonna shoot Ursula.
You wait. Let me just try. I can't freaking see it. My eyesight's so bad. Yeah, you do.
We should probably not move. I think we're still in combat or something.
You're using
so
lucky
right
as
here.
3 times you can. I mean, what does the feat say anything different than it usually does?
Honestly, most of the things that would fit Erik's character, he would already have, and it makes it kind of useless. So I might just do something that Erik wouldn't normally have. Because Erik
Oh,
is
yeah, no,
very much an
lucky-
accidentally min-maxed character.
Lucky is as it says on that feat page. It still is. It's literally the same thing as re-rolling rolls.
I mean, not
It's just
all
that
rolls,
that word. Not all rolls, no.
just D20.
Yeah, no, because it's just worded really awfully on that paragraph where it doesn't say. It's basically just 3 free re-rolls of d20s. Basically, any non-damage or percentile dice roll, you can re-roll.
I've chosen my feat.
Yeah.
I'm going with Keen Mind.
Ah, keen mind. Good feat.
I already immediately have a question about, say, how Keen Mind would work.
Yeah.
Can accurately recall anything I've seen in the past month that effectively gives me photographic memory, right?
Yes, for 1 month.
Could just pull out a book, glance for 1 second, and be able to recall a page perfectly.
Not particularly. It's not like supernatural intelligence. It's more just like anything about a situation, what an NPC told you, you'd be able to remember. I will also say it. The way that Critical Role plays it is that it also makes you a speed reader, and generally you're pretty knowledgeable. You don't get lost, I think it is. Oh no, it's not that you don't get lost. It's just you always know which way north is and how many hours there are before sunrise or sunset.
Rob,
And
which way is north?
Is up your ass.
Oh,
So yeah,
it's time to duel.
Got Keen Mind.
cool. Have you already increased your intelligence by 1? Or do you want me to do that?
Replying to messages on Discord.
Do you want me to increase the intelligence by 1? Erik? Rob? Hello?
Arctos?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No. No, we can't hear you.
Okay.
Wait.
Mounted
What's going on? Why am I playing Steam?
Yeah, mounted. It would work with Philippe.
Steam is my favorite game.
But I'm not playing Steam. I'm playing Mozilla Firefox.
Well, you should rank Mozilla Firefox higher on your games.
There. What are we doing?
So yeah, go. It would work with your horse. I think we're about to start. To be honest, Goat is just picking his feet, but he can do that as we go.
Okay, so Sherry is currently unconscious as a demon.
Oh, I
yes?
did not. I did not say that. You watch as, after this intense fight, as everyone's heavily injured, you watch as Yandy
Everyone's
runs towards.
heavily injured.
Well,
everyone.
you're definitely heavily exhausted. There's been a poisonous cloud that washed over you all, which made you all start coughing up. Everyone, even who was in the cloud, is coughing up and stuff. It's not comfortable, even if you didn't get injured by it. So everyone's definitely been a bit taken aback by how strong this fight was, and it's still going on. Sherry is just about to strike out with another powerful spell as Yandy runs up and breathes a frosty breath towards Sherry. Sherry's form stares wide-eyed in fear as this frost seems to permeate through her skin. Everyone in this area, Astra and Loen, basically are the only ones who can see it from close up. James can also see it. I'll say actually everyone can see it, to be honest. Yeah, everyone's near enough that they'll be able to see this. Her skin begins to dissolve and just melt away as if into nothingness. It's kind of like a piece of paper burning. It just seems to go nowhere. And with a puff of smoke, effectively, not puff of smoke, more like a wisp of smoke, her form is gone.
Thank God that's over.
This happened this session as opposed to last session because...
Cliffhanger.
What?
And Erik can now see that Sherry's not unconscious. She is indeed gone.
Alright, can we try resurrecting her again?
Are you saying that out loud?
No.
That didn't go very well.
Maybe if James hadn't turned Sherry into a plant person?
It wasn't me.
It was you.
It was not
It
me.
was indirectly you.
It was not.
Dimble doesn't know that, no, I don't think.
indirect me. What now?
Who is the person who took books from the was it
Erik.
Erik who took books?
Erik
Yeah,
takes
Erik,
everything.
Erik. Yeah, you can give me an intelligence check.
With his +1 intelligence.
You remember something that's just you've reminded of a demonic. You read about it briefly in that book that you just picked up, or one of the books you picked up. It was some sort of demonic creature that would disappear when it was killed. But yeah, you just vaguely remember that. You can't recall all the details because you just skim read it. But you have the book on you if you want to just read it up.
Try to find that point in the book.
Yeah, you easily find that point in the book and you start reading. As you're reading, Lime is questioning the dryads. As you walk up to them, this one with the light blue hair, which you noticed was the one casting these icy spells, seems to walk up to you and she's like, I'm afraid I do not know what happened. She should not have returned that way. We have resurrected humans before, and they did not turn out like that. Sometimes animals have more bestial natures to them. As you can see, your wolf has returned much larger than before, as has the horse. But humans usually just come back as they were. Sometimes a little bit older, but it's demonic. This is nothing. I cannot claim to know what it was, but it was very powerful. Erik, you get to the page and you read up on revenants. Revenants are powerful demons tied to mortals, and they're tied to a mortal soul. And hours, they will come back and try and kill that mortal soul. They're usually born out of some kind of. It's usually born out of murder victims. So, if, for instance, a human, that human who died could become a revenant and would endlessly seek their revenge, coming back every day to try and kill them. There's a picture attached, and it looks quite a lot like how Sherry looked with the this blood-like substance all over it, and the demonic wings, and the affinity with magic.
So we brought back a revenant of Sherry.
Seemingly.
What you could do is share that with everybody. Oh, what? Isn't that like a church guy?
Hello, Bongo
Yeah, does Astra know what revenant is?
9911.
Give me a history check. Dear.
Since Eric's reading the book, does Eric happen to know anything about, say, like, if the revenant is actually the person?
Does he know if there's... What do you mean by that?
Like, does it say anywhere in the book, like, whether or not the revenant itself is actually, like, the person it resembles?
Yeah, it says that the revenant is effectively like a zombified corpse covered in blood and with demonic wings. They usually resemble. The reason actually they resemble the dead. The last thing they want the person to see is their face as they get their revenge.
Murder victim.
It's usually, from what you read, it's usually with just any time where someone died unjustly and they want to revenge on a specific person for causing their death. Usually murder victims. It also notes that there's been cases of people like accidental people who looked the other way at a crime happening, or people who accidentally burnt down a building by being careless, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Like she wants revenge on us, apparently.
And it specifically says they want revenge on one person.
It wasn't really targeting anybody, was it?
They come back every 24 hours until that person is dead, until their target is dead, where they can rest in peace.
I swear to God, if Sherry wants Erik dead over this, does it say where they come back in the book?
It mentions that they come back like right where the person is, like they can seemingly appear wherever their target is. Some of their powers that you note are they can phase through walls, they can fly. They're generally very terrifying. They've got immense magical strength.
Okay.
Do I know anything about reverends? Probably don't. Reverends.
I'm not even going to make you roll. Nah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know anything. Like Astra had a chance of knowing because she's actually dealt with this sort of like necromancy stuff, which isn't really necromancy, but it definitely ties into that a little bit.
Can I see that book, Erik?
Of James the book.
Yeah, it takes you a while to read it, longer than Erik, but you do get all of this information.
So, this thing wants to seek revenge on somebody, right? So, but I think what happened here is we just we were the first ones to interact with it, because I mean it's been more than 24 hours since Sherry died. I think come back.
It's been almost a week.
Yeah, so I think we are the first ones that's like maybe started this process of her being a reverend, and it might mean that she might not actually come back and attack us. She might attack, I don't know, whoever she thinks killed her, the dragon or somebody or Connor or something.
One more thing I'll note that you all know from this book is that they generally aren't considered to have any remnant of who they once were, and they will kill indiscriminately as long as it kills their target. Like, they'll have no problem blowing up a building as long as their target is in it. Considered very evil creatures.
I don't think she would blame you. I don't know much. I don't know
I don't know much.
what makes these reverence
Revenant, not reverend.
attack, but I think it would, if you were the target, it would specifically attack you. I think what was happening here is it just wanted to get out of this place, and we were in the way. I think that's what it wasn't specifically attacking any of us, and it says it's only one person in this book. So I don't think it was any of us. Well, I think we are gonna have to stay here for 24 hours in the first place because we're gonna have to be repairing the ship and resting.
Yeah, we should stay here to rest and also to help repair the ship.
Yeah, we can stay for 24 hours. Because
And
I
of
think
us, and it's just
you
going to
might be
reappear
right. That might
here
be a smart
again.
idea.
We would need to help fight it here because because the Dryads might have trouble taking it on their own.
Yeah,
Short speaks up. It's like, honestly, we had enough trouble taking it down once.
if it did came back, I think we'd be more prepared. But we'd be a lot more prepared here than we were flying in space. So I think Astra's right.
This light blue haired dryad speaks up once more. It's like, if you are sure, we'll gladly welcome you to stay here. If this thing is going to come back, we will help you fight it the best we can. After all, I should mention, you probably noticed my one of my daughters dying. Do not worry too much about our lives, as we can regrow ourselves from the earth if we were to perish. We would rather not, as it takes several years, but we are somewhat expendable.
I am Groot.
Nanu, nanu.
Well, thank you for the help. And I hope this thing doesn't come back, so we don't have to do any more harm to your place here.
Thank you. That means a lot. Okay.
That's what Eric's going to do while all this is going on.
You scan through all the books and you don't really find any more information. You do actually find one thing though. Just roll me percentile dice. You actually find some folk legends about a revenant as you're skim reading these books, and it was about a man who was visited by his ex-wife who he cheated on, and she would come back every day, and every day she'd come back stronger. It's just something you note that's a bit sort of put it away in the back of your mind that she might become stronger every day. Of course, this is a folk legend, so you're not entirely sure how true it is.
Oh, I feel like the fact you're telling me about this out of character, though, means it is very true.
Well, you don't need to metagame things.
Yes, we do.
He's
I'm saying
trying to
out of
put
character,
seeds of
like in character, that
doubt.
doesn't necessarily matter, but like out of character, I'm just saying that's my stance. Like that's Rob's stance.
Well, you said you were gonna scan the book, and he told you stuff that would be in the book.
Yes.
Okay, so Eric would just take note of that, but probably not tell anyone.
Don't
Okay.
worry, he
I
can
would have
remember it
probably
now.
read it anyway.
Eric probably wouldn't believe it. Eric wouldn't.
Just healing everyone.
Oh, can we
As
roast
you're
this
standing here, this blonde-haired dryad comes around and basically just heals you all.
person? Haha, can't heal me.
I can't heal me, you stupid healer. Cries a little inside.
It is a possibility, yeah. We should probably tell Laura about that, just in case.
Where is Laura?
Back on my planet.
Yeah. Back at
Oh.
James's planet. Yeah, you have email and stuff.
Yeah, I'll slide into her DMs. Don't worry about it.
Send a message to her via carrier pigeon.
Ooh, that you gotta have the
Yeah,
space
let's use a
pigeons.
carrier pigeon through space. Good idea.
It
Are
is-
you just messaging her?
Yeah, I'm not sure that.
James-
Yeah,
Or,
pretty
like,
much
by
everything.
the
You just
way,
have
a
to put-
demon might attack you tomorrow. Heads up.
Okay. So go. I'm assuming Go and Dabo are both messaging them.
Yeah, she'd be
Yep.
pretty ready since there's the entire planet there to like.
Okay.
Slime.
Interesting.
I don't think that's gonna happen though. I don't think it's gonna target anybody.
Interesting.
But I
So,
think we should
what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna do anything particularly on this planet?
fix a ship.
Okay. Sean immediately actually goes back and is like, "Oh, I'll do the difficult parts."
Wait, who else was at that fight?
And Lata actually follows him.
Who else was at the fight when Sherry died?
Literally everyone.
Is
Darius.
the dragon dead? The
Oh,
dragon's dead.
Darius was at the fight when Sherry died. Yeah, he didn't do much in the fight.
Huh.
Oh,
The
yeah,
dragon was in the fight.
I messaged Darius, but I
Darius.
have no idea how or where he is or what he's doing or he's like.
Wait, was
Well,
Zook?
They would technically still be charmed. Yeah, funnily enough,
Okay,
because the
Eric's gonna
dryads
do it.
never like attacked you guys or anything, so they'd have no reason to break out of the charm. No, you have no idea what's happening. Eric has suspicions that Loen is charmed though, because he already does that. He has suspicions that something's up with him and the dryads. Oh, whoops! I don't know how I did that.
Yo,
Eric's not going to randomly whip out the spell's magic off of some suspicion that some random thing might be up that he has no clue what's going on. Suspected he was charmed specifically, he probably wouldn't throw the spell magic.
of course we are. Why wouldn't we take any dryads with us?
Lowen's an old man, right?
He's pretty old.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Pretty old man. I really want one. Oh no. Are you like? This sounds like the slave trade or something. The
Wait, what?
Feeling something's up. Can you cast the second? It's just because Eric is extremely worried right now.
So what is he gonna do? What is Eric gonna do?
Eric, can you do a second insight thing to see if you can figure out anything else? Because this is.
George, give me
setting-
another insight check.
ooh.
Yeah, there's something definitely up. You know charm spells. You've done them before. You're pretty sure he's charmed.
Bitch.
Dispel magic.
Dispel all of the magic.
That's what you're.
You,
That's what it
Hey.
does.
you're just gonna use dispel magic on Loen?
Or dispel
Okay.
magic. Let's go.
First
Okay.
time you've ever used it.
Yeah. Use dispel magic. The charm fades from Loen. Loen, you realize that you were charmed by Agalia.
Damn it.
That really does sound slave-like. It's about this time, Galia starts walking up to Loen, and she whispers something into your ear, which I'll PM to you.
I really like your wood.
Can I use my super hearing to listen in?
Sure, you can give me a perception check with disadvantage because you're not here. No, not near here anyway. It won't clear that you were near here. Erik, if you want to, can just give me a regular perception check to see if he hears. I'll say you can. Anyone who wants to can make a perception check with disadvantage. Erik can just make a normal perception check. Okay, I'll PM you what was said.
Good job, Bongo.
Thanks.
Nobody else hears apart from Erik.
Eric's got that great hearing. Fun fact, your girlfriend dying improves your hearing.
Be right back. I have to kill my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, so yeah. Bye, Dabo.
Eric is gonna whisper something into Lowen's ear now.
Oh Jesus!
Oh gosh. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm a married man. Married to my work.
She stands back a second and she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean it in that way."
Eric is going to whisper into Lowen's ear this.
Astra, you can see Erik and the Dryad sort of awkwardly looking at Loen, and trying and whispering stuff with it to him.
Hey, Loen.
Oh god.
Lowen, you want to put your wood in my wood?
I want to see your
and roll a persuasion check on persuasion on.
No. The Dryad sort of
Persuasive
awkwardly looks
thing.
around. It's like, well, I was just going to give you something, is all. And no, it's not tree aids.
Oh, dang
She doesn't
it.
say that, but she's not going to
Tree
give.
No, my tree aids. Why have I not titled an episode Tree Aids yet? I'm gonna do that for this one.
Lowen given to the 28 persuasion.
28 persuasion. Oh shit. No idea what this note means.
Hold on, just gonna roll for stealth real quick, just for no reason.
Oh, for some. With disadvantage.
Oh,
With
28.
disadvantage. Holy cow.
That's with advantage.
Oh, no,
but
with advantage.
disadvantage is still 26.
Freaking heck.
Okay.
Frickin' heck.
Hecking heck.
Eric is going
Freak.
to like fine, whatever, but like definitely not be happy about it.
Can I follow them?
Using that stealth check you got.
Actually, can I?
Okay, you can follow if you want. But she's going to just basically lead Loen out of this large central building.
Alright, get out the camera.
Who's following?
Me.
Okay. Just you?
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check, just to see how stealthily you're moving. Okay, decently stealthily.
Oh, only a 17? God.
Disappointing, Dabo. Disappointing.
I rolled a 6, by the way.
She doesn't seem to notice you, and she just to this smaller room at the back of this area. You see two more dryads with spears standing outside of this.
Or couch.
And she sort of just leads you inside. Are you going to go in with her?
Me? No.
Not you, Loen. Okay, so Loen, she leads you in, and James, you're sort of stuck outside because these two guards would definitely see you if you tried to walk any closer. But Loen, she shows you a sort of like a weapons rack with several different items hung up on hooks, and she walks over, like tapping her finger as she does, and she finds what she's looking for and takes it off the shelf and turns to face you. It's like, this is a powerful item that we've held onto for a very long time. I saw you fighting in there, and I think this is the kind of thing that you could make better use of than any of us could. And she hands it to you.
I'm still sad Loen didn't want to see something very special from Erik.
She saw you missing 1,000 times.
The best skill check of all time. Erik's an acrobat now.
Oh, please, you did more than enough to protect us. So yeah, is anyone else doing anything as this is going on?
Spending all of his time trying to figure out anything he can about reviving people and revenants and all of that.
Okay, sort of just reading up. You even read up some of the books that the Dryads have on this sort of thing. They basically don't have anything on it. They've got books about trees, but you do learn a lot about trees. Sean is not dispelled, but nobody really knew that he was charmed. Nobody incited him or anything. He's currently fixing the ship with Lata and some of the other Dryads.
Yeah, Erik's just trying to figure out also anything about ways to potentially turn revenants back into humans, anything about turning demons into humans, anything about reviving people, basically just anything to help his current situation.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can only insight if you really suspect it. Otherwise, it would be, like, pointless.
Yeah, Erik's just being a very well-read individual.
Making full use of that keen mind perk. Okay, you sort of go to the ship. What you currently see is you see Erik leaning underneath a heavy piece of machinery. His legs are sticking out, and you can basically just see the bottom half of his torso as his shirt's been pulled up basically close to his head from this awkward position. And Lata keeps handing him different tools as he's repairing the ship. Sean, did I say Erik? I might have said Erik. Yeah, I probably said Erik. I get names confused all the time. But yeah, that's what Sean is doing, and Lata is handing him different tools.
Can I go fix it as well?
Yeah. I'm assuming Dimble would know what was broken about the ship. Astra's, you sort of walk in, and you see a lot of confusing things going on. Sean's like, no, we're fine. It'll be ready in about like a few hours. It's cool. Lotta healed me. As you're talking, he keeps just shouting names of tools halfway through your speech, cutting you off and just like getting more tools from Lata as he continues repairing this.
Yeah, I need a 10mm wrench, please.
Lata now starts like sort of going between the two of you who are repairing two different parts of the ship,
I thought you were
and
gonna
she's
say,
just like giving you tools.
I thought you were gonna say 10 millimeter gun. I was like, what?
Jesus,
No.
tiny gun.
Give me a 10mm gun so I can shoot this
What do
ship.
you mean tiny gun? I mean that's a bullet size.
10mm. Yeah, it's tiny. I only use assault rifles. They're like my pistols, assault rifles.
I only use like a foot gun. It just shoots feet at people.
Guys,
It's the gun is 10 millimeters long, right?
I'm gonna say no. Astra has literally had zero history of repairing ships and stuff.
Erik to be a horrible person, yes or no?
Hmm?
Be a horrible person, yes or no?
No.
Sure, why not?
No.
Only end well.
Yeah, people messaged Laura. There's been no response, even though it's been about an hour now since that fight.
Oof.
Yeah, you go for a walk. This planet's actually really nice to walk around on. There are quite a few big animals, but they seem to leave you alone. The ones near the village seem to be docile. They don't seem to be like wolves and things. And scorpions and things are further out. But yeah, these got these huge trees that are very, very thick, like the size of houses. And you've got a lot of wildlife that is basically oversized animals. It's quite a nice planet to go for a walk.
How old is Astra?
How old is Astra? Astra's typing.
Astra is half the age of Astra's mother, and then Astra's mother has the same age as this other obscure character. See, you can figure it out from that.
Wait. Oh, and by the way, this obscure character never got their age mentioned, except for in like the
Yeah.
traditional manga.
Yeah, and even then, that was the incorrect age. So you basically just know one age that she's not.
Oh,
Okay. Do we want to get into how horrible of a person Erik could be now?
I don't think it was ever established, but she was like, if from what I understand, she was like late teens, early 20s. Was the general age range, and obviously that's in elven years, so she's actually quite a lot older than that. But yeah, that the elven equivalent of that age, basically.
So like 200 years.
I think it's like close to 160 or something in D&D elven years, but I'm not an expert on that.
don't
But yeah,
quote me
quite
on
old. Stop quoting me on that. That's amazing.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, things. In particular, Erik, you as you're reading, you do note some more reviving rituals. You know that there's a spell called Revivify, which is a very powerful clerical spell that can bring the dead back to life. You learn a little bit about necromancy, has several ways to bring them back like that. You learn that it's possible to make pacts with demons to bring people back from the dead. Lots of different ways to bring people back from the dead.
Right now?
Huh?
Pretty good right now.
Pardon?
Vivify heal revenants.
From what you've read, you don't think so. It's more for people who have just died. You can resurrect them. Demon. You don't? I don't know why you're saying if only we knew demon.
If only we knew a demon.
If only we knew. If only we had $1 million.
Man, I would really hate to have $1 million.
Bongo, don't be silly. Money doesn't just fall from the sky. And then
My biggest fear is having a lot of money.
My biggest fear is bushes.
anyway, D&D.
No. Ew,
Are you guys doing anything for the next few hours? Again, I keep fucking closing. I don't even know how that happens.
Alt F4.
I'm just hanging around.
Oh, so I shouldn't press Alt F4.
Yeah, stop doing it.
Gives
I know you
free
like
skins,
doing it,
though.
but like, stop.
But it's my fetish.
Oh, okay, then just continue on.
I mean, what isn't?
True. Me IRL.
Having fetishes is my fetish.
But yeah. Just sort of relaxing and chilling out. I'll say at this point everyone's taken a long rest, so everyone gets all of their spell slots back and stuff, even though I've already done that. But yeah, you get your one use of Dispel Magic back, Rob, which is fun.
I'm just currently looking into D&D reviving methods.
You mean like the one way you can do it? Or like two? Or some... I don't
Some
think
time passes, and Dimble, you receive a message.
Ooh, why?
Dimble.
Yeah, you check this message out, and it says, I have your friend.
Oh,
Meet me at the Black Steel Bazaar,
and come alone.
or he dies. That's all it says.
Oh, okay.
Does it say about
Where
Wayne
the
just
fuck we
wait
get?
like 6 years and then come and be like,
Wait, and how long?
It doesn't say how long.
Wait, no, like
It simply
when?
just says, meet me at the Black Steel Bazaar. It doesn't say a name, doesn't say anything. It's super fucking vague.
Okay, I'm gonna go tell Astra.
Okay.
just Astra?
Yeah.
Steel Bazaar. Interesting.
So, which friend is it? Because it could be Zook, or it could be the guy who's apparently probably dead.
The guy who's apparently probably dead is probably pretty dead, and
Yeah.
you know that Zook was should have been going to James's planet.
So,
Honestly, it's Sherry.
it's Sherry, guys. Sherry, my best friend.
Kidding, it's actually Dimble.
So,
Sherry was my best friend?
yeah, I don't have any friends besides our party and Zook. So, guys, they have Rise Finch.
Reese Finch.
They have Rise Finch. That's the only possible conclusion.
I mean, if you want to jump to that conclusion.
I mean, hey, can I get in contact with Zook?
Yeah, you can message him.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him a DM.
You message him. Usually he's pretty good for replying quickly. You don't get a response immediately anyway. You also note that the messages you sent to Laura, you haven't got any response from them at all. In fact, the last thing any of you have heard from anyone, like James sends messages to his family all the time. Last thing you heard from them was like a day old. Haven't heard anything in a whole day.
So either that could be relating to this message, or that could be that this planet cannot receive messages.
One of the
Yes,
dryads,
message.
one of the Actually, yeah, you're not exactly having this conversation in private. One of the dryads does come up to you and it's like, oh, I don't think that would be a problem. We may not seem very technologically advanced, but we did get visitors for quite a spell, and they never had any problem connecting to whatever it is they connect to.
Shit.
You also just received a message.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Oh wait a second. Oh wait.
This is literally worse than that time a couple sessions ago. You're like, hey, let's just send James back to the ship. When you all forgot the ship was completely broken. James would know about true resurrection from reading, yes.
James knows about true resurrection from reading.
You also find it in the books that the dryads have as well.
Wait, what about me? What?
I'm just gonna go asking the dryads if any of them know true resurrection.
One of them does.
Oh.
Okay.
This lighthead one, this one who clearly seems to be much older than the rest. Just you don't even his thing. They all look the same age. They all look like very youthful tree ladies, but you can tell this one's a lot older just by her demeanor, the way she talks, the way she walks. She's very much in charge of this area. This one with this light blue hair. You go up to. Are you just talking to her, or? Yeah. She says, "Oh well, I wouldn't know, to be honest. Usually, it would work only on creatures, on creatures with souls. I'm not sure if this your friend's soul is still there, or if it's gone." From what you've read as well, it does make a lot of mention that the Revenant just looks like the person, and that all trace of their previous existence is erased. But you don't really know.
Did we leave Sherry's body in the mine?
Where did you do? What did you do with Sherry's body?
I don't think
Actually,
you guys did anything with it.
no. For a while they were guarding it, but then I can't remember what they did with it. Oh yeah, Darius took it, didn't he?
Yep.
That's what happened.
Obvious then.
Darius. Good guy Darius.
Yeah.
I'm going to let the story actually progress until Sherry is back, so you better give us a way eventually, P.
Well, if that way is a team wipe via a Revenant coming back and killing you over and over again, then that's very likely.
Shit.
Hey guys, look at this great Photoshop.
Serious. Yo, dude, what up? Heard you have Sherry's body. Could you bring that to us?
What is this gonna be?
Lol.
James will remember that.
My favorite meme is the one where, spoilers, you know when Carly gets shot? Yeah?
No.
No. From
Never played the game before.
Okay, well basically some girl named Carly has this thing and it's like Carly will remember that, and like a few seconds later she got shot. Someone edited it so it said Carly will remember that after she was lying dead on the floor after being shot.
So do I know where this
Just waiting around.
place mentioned in this text is?
Do you know what the Blackstone Bazaar is?
Yeah.
Yes, you would. You'd probably have. I don't think you'd have ever been there because it's quite a scary place. But you definitely would have heard of it. You would have known a lot of people who went through there because it's a hotbed for thievery and it's a very bad place. It's
good.
Generally it's a collection of spaceships that have been connected together to form some sort of a not quite. It's more of a space station.
Great. So we have to go into space. Huh.
Yes, you'd have to go into space. Less space.
Little problem with that.
Judging from your geography, it's only a couple of days travel away. It's actually pretty close to here.
Alright.
Black Steel Bazaar, Eric's favorite.
Ooh. I just want to go into Bazaar right now. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I'll also mention Loen would also know about the Black Steel Bazaar. He might have actually been there before.
Like 3 weeks minimum.
You probably would have found a nice place, yeah. You would have been there quite a while ago, though. Probably when it was just starting being built, maybe about 20 years ago. No, longer than that. Longer than that. You would have been there about 40 years ago.
I build it myself.
Wouldn't be surprised. But no, you might have actually had a hand in it being starting up, but you haven't had any contact with it in ages. Astra, you'd also probably know about it very vaguely, as a place that Arcana was definitely not friendly with.
And I would not, I guess.
All right,
James doesn't know much.
So Erik should visit the Black Steel.
Indeed.
All right. So we want to go here to the Black Steel.
Okay.
'Cause either we
I
can
mean, first,
just
we should probably figure out what's going on here.
James, give me an intelligence check.
we can stay here and do nothing,
Oh, okay.
or we can
Yeah.
move on with the plot.
Yes, sir.
You holding your glove in your hand, you recall the swirling mass of nature energy in the center of this room.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna go up and touch it.
Yeah, you put your hand in, and you feel it surging with naturific powers.
Naturific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. What'd I get?
I'm still adding it.
Oh. Alright. Whoa. That's pretty good.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
Did someone say whoa?
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? Are you doing anything?
I still go back to Jakku.
What
To
about
what?
the droid attack on the Wookiees?
What? What are you guys talking about?
Making Star Wars memes.
The Wookiees I have.
I'm gonna wait around and wait for 24 hours while fixing the ship.
Is anyone else waiting for 24 hours? Because the ship would be fixed around a couple hours time. In a couple hours time.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait while I fix the
Pretty
ship.
sure we should wait around for the 24 hours thing. Eric's just doing his reading while doing that.
Everyone down to wait for 24 hours?
I'm gonna fix. Crap.
I'm pretty impatient, but yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna work on fixing my mech.
Okay. You get some hours in and fixing it.
I would like to have it back.
I'll say everyone also can sleep in this time since it's 24-hour time. No, it's just lingering threads. You talk to them a lot. They're pretty friendly. You get the feeling they might think you're still charmed, but they are generally nice to you.
I am not linked with the Dryads. Not at all. Probably just
This actually happened to me when I tried to rewatch Revenge of the Sith.
I'll also see if I can get some messages to my parents and see if that's working at all.
You keep sending messages, but even as you wait for quite a few hours passing, they don't respond, and that starts to concern you a little bit because they would usually very quickly respond to you.
Can I try messaging someone else not on my planet?
Who do you know?
That's a good question. Do I have Darius's number?
Nope.
Darn.
Good. Do I have Darius's number?
Nope.
Does anyone have Darius's number?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think if you actually know anyone else. If you've, because you guys usually take people with you.
Can we talk to Rise Finch?
Yeah, you would have his contact information.
Alright.
Can I talk to Laura?
What's on
No.
my planet?
Laura has not been responding.
Call Laura and keep calling Laura until she answers or until something forces him to stop, like Sherry returning.
So,
Okay.
what if Rise Finch is actually
I say we just
Sherry's
wait
enemy?
until.
It's fucking Reese. Pronounce it correctly. Jesus Christ.
So Rise Finch, why would anyone
say
say
we-
Reese?
Let's wait
It's
around.
Reese.
Reese?
Reese.
Reese?
Fucking, there's no Z in it. There is no Z in it. It's a C, okay? Reese.
Grease.
Dimble dies of dysentery.
Okay, so the name is pronounced Riss, right?
Can we wait for 24 hours and get this over with?
Are you going to message Reese?
Yeah, we're gonna message Rice.
Okay, you send him a message, and you see the dots waiting for a response, eagerly awaiting what he's going to say. He says, he literally says, "Thanks a lot, you fucking pricks. Now Arkan is investigating me, thanks to you guys fucking up with the ship that I gave you as a gift.
Oh.
You fuckers are dead. I'm sending Arcana right to you."
Oh.
Alright, so
Oh.
I'm not gonna wait around for 24 hours. Let's leave immediately.
Let's fix the ship and get out.
Yeah, let's leave right now.
Wait, does our ship have location stuff on it?
You were
It would
betrayed
have
by
some.
Ross.
It would have some location stuff, but Sean would very quickly tell you, "Oh no, I got rid of that a while ago.
Okay,
that was like
good.
the first thing I got rid of."
Sean,
I
you
also
are my
took my-
best friend.
I also got rid of all the location stuff from my devices. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I don't know if I have any. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sean.
He face palms. And he basically just walks up to all your stuff and starts fiddling with your. Just literally takes the devices out of your hand and just starts breaking it open, effectively pulling out all the location software and stuff.
Shit.
Guys,
So.
It's fine.
were
It's fine. We
betrayed
just need to
by-
get out of here. They'll be able to track us to here, but if we get rid of all this stuff, then they won't be able to track us any further.
So now Reese Fish
Ross.
hates us. Sherry hates us. Arcana hates us.
My planet is like being attacked.
Yeah, James's planet is not responding
no-
to anything.
Nobody heard. Nobody knew about that before James said it.
Wait, did James ever text his parents?
Yeah, he was messaging his parents.
I did a lot. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, we're screwed.
Don't worry about us. If Arcana does come here, they will have a tough time getting onto our planet. And you watch as the green-haired one, Gallia, she sort of raises her hands, and this large vine, like this massive vine, it's like the size of a tower, begins like swirling around, and you see it's the same one that hit your ship out of the sky. We know how to defend ourselves, and even if we were to die, we would just regrow.
Who haven't we pissed off?
You have got allies. It's just you never bothered to get contact information from them.
Should we go check out Black Steel Bazaar, I guess, maybe?
I mean, Arcana probably would not go there, and it's a
But
place
Erik
that we
could
have
just hide
some stuff from.
Erik could just hide in the ship so nobody can see him and want him
I'm
dead.
fairly certain my planet's being attacked right now.
Look,
So I
that's
don't
your
know if
planet's
that's the
problem.
best idea. Yeah.
And I think Arcana would probably look for us there.
But we also need to make sure they're not all dead.
Well, if they're dead, there's nothing we can do about it.
One thing you would know is that James's planet is quite a bit further away than the Black Steel Bazaar. It's about 10 days of travel.
Is it on the way?
Black Steel Bazaar is on the way, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take a quick visit to Black Steel Bazaar. Maybe we can kind of sort of see if Erik still has some connections who don't want him dead.
Wait, let me read through my backstory. Do I have anyone? Nope. Frick.
I would imagine
The problem
most-
with making like orphan characters that have had really moody backstories, no friends to go back to.
Actually, wait.
James is like the only one who's like, I'm just going to go back to mum and dad and live on their couch
Can I
as soon as
contact
things go bad.
the boss of a place I worked?
You could.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, my guild! My guild! I forgot about my guild! Oh my gosh.
It's not World of Warcraft, it's D&D.
I am in a guild. I completely forgot about my guild. This is on my character sheet.
Can we go on the way, by the way? They're like attacking us. We need to get out.
Yeah, you
like,
could
pretty soon.
contact a few. I'll just say that you're generally contacting people that you know from back then.
Yeah.
Can we leave though? Like
Being-
pretty
being
immediately,
not
like
Ripper.
right now. Can we just
Cool,
leave?
dude.
Leave right now. Great if we could leave right now.
And Dimble's contacting his guild. You know that your guild was one of those ones that wasn't really affiliated with Arcana directly, but definitely did work for them partially. It was the best thing you could find, knowing what Arcana was doing. Was working
Yeah, I
for some
mean-
third-party thing. You know that they don't really have a setup. They're actually nomadic, but you can get into contact them with you want if you want, Bongo.
Yeah. I would like to get in contact with them. And I'll say, hey, I've hit kind of a jam. Could you help me out?
Yes, they are ignoring the fact that the Dryads are probably going to conquer the universe.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay,
like a
they're
problem
not
for a
gonna do
later
that.
day.
They're not going to do that immediately. The good point right now is that Arcana is coming for us right now. We need to get out of the way.
Like, Arcana is more powerful than these Dryads are. So, Dryads are like a later problem.
Question.
Astra would have heard of a guy called Ripper. There was a huge bounty on his head for like a lot of money, and Ripper probably killed you know your master who taught you how to fight and stuff, Astra. You would have heard of him because he had some of his friends were killed by Ripper, and he talked about him constantly, saying how one day he'd kill him.
Contact Ripper to see if he's still friends with me.
Yeah, you start messaging him.
Hey Ripper, what
There
long time no see.
Can we just make it canon that Ripper was like my go-to hitman?
Yeah. Give me an intelligence check, Loen. Yeah, you just contact a few people. Erik, you actually knew about a pirate who flew around the universe, was a great ruler before you were really around. He died quite a while ago, but some of his high-ranking officers took over, and you were quite familiar with them. So yeah, you start messaging other people like that. But yeah, was there anything else we were doing? What is anyone else doing anything?
No.
No,
It's been about 12 hours since you killed
leaving
Sherry.
right now. We should leave.
It's
Is
been
everyone
like-
leaving?
Yes, leave.
We should
Leave.
probably
Leave.
leave.
Yeah, we should probably
Leave,
leave.
Eric's contacting people while leaving.
Yeah,
Also
we
did
can do
that
that.
get
We have
into
like
contact
5
with
days.
Ripper.
Just leave. Leave.
Okay, you leave. You start leaving and you start flying off. Is anyone going to do anything on the 2-day travel from Plantera to Black Steel Bazaar?
Work on rebuilding Arsenal.
Make sure our Khan
Okay.
is not attacking me.
Okay. Did I get into contact with Ripper?
I will tell you about that in a moment. First, we'll deal with this. Sean speaks up and he's like, well, you do realize if she appears, she can just blow a hole in the ship and kill us all.
Yeah, but it's better than Arcana killing us all.
Yeah.
Not really, no. That's not better in the slightest.
I think it's
I would
better.
be killed by some Sherry guy than
Some Sherry guy.
Some Sherry guy.
Some hairy guy. I'd rather get killed by some hairy guy.
I get killed by Ripper. Realized if Ripper's casually killing Arcana paladins, wouldn't it be bad if Astra met him?
Probably, but you're already messaging
One
him.
of the two would die.
From what you know, it would take them probably a couple of days, depending on where the patrols were. Like, it could be 1 day, minimum of 1 day.
That's a good point. Could we just wait the 12 more hours?
Okay. Astra, roll me some percentile dice. Okay. It's about an hour off of it being the full time, and one of the dryads runs up to you and it's like, excuse me, and this is one you don't recognize. This is a different one. I've been surveying the skies, and it appears there's quite a few ships approaching us. My mother told me to tell you if this happened, and it appears there's quite a few ships coming.
Oh.
good luck.
Let's hope they're being Let's hope all of them are being captained by Ripper.
Ripper hasn't gotten back to you, and from the distance you can see these ships. You can only see them like specks in the distance, though. So still quite far away, but they're going to get here within like 20 minutes.
Shoot.
You basically have to leave right now if you wanted to get out without them seeing you.
Guys,
Why
we
are
need
we-
to go to
I did
plan.
say a minimum 1 day.
How have we not left yet? Why are we still here? Leave.
Because from
Ow.
Astra's knowledge, it would be a minimum of 1 day.
I thought we were going to go.
Yeah, but Astra's like, no, let's wait.
Astra, what the
No.
heck? Get out of
We
here.
need,
Okay,
we
you're
need to
going.
go right now.
We said we were going forever. Get out here.
You asked, and then I said, oh, so is everyone waiting for the 12 hours? And everyone's like, yeah, because people don't pay attention.
What? I never said yeah.
Not you, but most people said yeah. Enough people said yeah for me to think that's what was happening.
Okay. Anyway, we're just getting out without Arcana seeing us, anyways.
Okay, you fly off, and you fly on the different direction, which takes you a little bit longer, like a couple hours longer, but you do manage to get out without anyone seeing you. In this 2-day travel from Plantera to Black Steel Bazaar, do you want to do anything?
Yes, work on Arsenal.
Cool, you're working on Arsenal. Eric's messaging people.
Yeah,
As you're beginning, as you're beginning to go, you've been timing it. No Sherry appears.
Oh, cool. That means Sherry is attacking someone else. Probably Reese Finch. He's a fucking prick.
But yeah, an hour passes. No Sherry. Oh well, she's had a couple of nasty breakups.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any bad blood with them. They have bad blood with her.
I don't think it would go after them. I think it would go after whoever killed her. 'Cause that's what the book said. So
The
yeah,
dragon's dead. Super dead.
but Arcana's not dead.
True.
But I don't know who at Arcana it would blame, and if it would even blame Arcana, or if this was even more than just one time thing.
None of you are getting messages back from Laura or Zook or James's planet.
Well, that's...
However, James,
Ripper?
you get a cryptic message.
Oh, good.
You've never had Ripper's. One sec, sorry, I'm sore throat. I need to cough for a bit. I'm better. There we go.
No, you're not.
Cured.
You've never actually had his direct contact information because he always likes to do things a bit mysteriously. But you got into contact with someone who could get into contact with someone who could get into contact with him. And eventually, you see a response. I'll see you at Black Steel Bazaar.
Wait, not me. I think you said James, or did you?
No, Eric.
Did I say James? No, I said Eric. I do get names wrong, but not all the time. Did I say James?
Lime confirmed that she said James.
I do get names wrong a lot of the time.
Exactly.
Okay, so what happened?
You got a message from Ripper that was like, I'll meet you at Black Steel Bazaar.
Great. So now we have a killer on our side.
Oh, we have a killer who wants to meet Erik. He could very easily kill Erik.
You have a killer on your side. I'm sorry. Just looking at the people here. Oh, we have Dimble, who is covered in blood by session 2. We have James, who I'm pretty sure has sniped a lot of people. Astra, if she could hit something, she'd probably kill something eventually.
Erik.
Absolutely.
At least
destroyed.
Erik is trying. Erik is probably the only one who hasn't actually murdered anyone. Actually, like, directly murdered, huh?
Astra is darkness.
You know, it really is a sci-fi campaign. We have Astra, the stormtrooper.
Has Erik actually directly murdered?
Yes.
Who?
Yes. Wait.
And indirectly murdered. And a lot of murder, really. Even, like, sub-directly.
Self-directed.
Campaign, like, before, yeah, Erik's responsible for, like, at least a few million
Stephanie.
deaths.
Lots of NPCs. I mean, you don't do much damage, but I'm sure you've killed at least 1 or 2.
In my defense, Astra is the one who killed Persephone.
Sure, that's what
Well,
they
I'm
all
pretty
said.
sure the only reason for that is Astra was the only one who physically could have killed Persephone out of the 2 of you.
I didn't kill Persephone, it was Astra, that's what they all say.
It wouldn't hold up in court.
accomplice.
I'm blushing.
Moving on. So Ripper apparently wants to meet me. Did anyone else contact me?
You didn't get any other direct messages, no.
Erik try to see if use his ability to surf the equivalent of Black Steel Bazaar's website or whatever to try to see if there's any news about him recently.
Yeah, you can look up some information on Black Steel Bazaar. It's not easy to find, but you do manage to look around.
Able to get it.
You know some things. You read a bit up, and you haven't checked on this in a while. However, from the information you can tell, it's under new rulership, which is quite a common thing, considering all of the rulers end up assassinated at some point. It's basically Game of Thrones, where the king/queen of the place changes every other week with how much assassinations there are.
Erik
currently-
had more or less control for a long time.
Currently, yeah. Well, not direct control, because I don't think you've ever lived there, but you would have definitely known about it and would have had people there and would generally be very involved there. Currently, the person in charge is a woman called Ilias. And she seems to be the head honcho. She's got guards running around the city who seems to be keeping some sort of order. You think that the order that they're keeping isn't exactly lawful order, but more chaotic order.
In my Black Steel Bazaar?
How dare they?
Anyway, do they seem to want Erik personally dead as far as
You don't see any information on you at all. You seem to be old news.
That is Erik.
Yeah, is anyone else doing anything on this 2-day travel?
Actually, wait. Nah, never mind. Just kidding.
Okay. Another 24 hours pass, and okay. Okay. 24 hours pass, and still no sign of Sherry. You've got 1 day of traveling left. Anything else people want to?
Nothing different.
Okay. Not seeing anyone saying anything they want in the chat, so that's good. Yeah, you eventually arrive within like about a minute of Black Steel Bazaar, and you can see it in the distance. Is there anything specific preparations you want to make before trying to dock at Black Steel Bazaar? I will say one thing: Loen would know more about this place than anyone else. You know, it's not a nice place. Muggings, assassinations, and all that are very common here. It's likely you'll probably see some blood on the floors and walls. There is everyone wants to mess with you. If someone funny, they'll probably try and kill you. That sort of thing. Only you two would know that, though. Oh, and Astra's deciding on his last spell, or her last spell. So Astra's not wearing an Arcana outfit. She got rid of that a while ago. She got rid of that at James' planet.
If you actually showed up to like Black Steel Bazaar in an Arcana outfit, you would like be killed instantly.
Yeah.
You'd be dead on the spot.
Oh no, probably not killed. You'd probably be kidnapped and held for ransom and stuff.
Which Arcana
Found
would
you.
not.
Oh no, Arcana would not go there. Jesus. Like, Arcana's strong, but they don't want to. But they know that if they just had an outright fight with the Black Steel Bazaar, that they would lose a lot of people. So it's more just a thing where they just sort of leave each other alone. It's a bit rough around the edges.
So yeah, they leave each other alone, minus the one guy who we have confirmed has canonically murdered dozens of Arcana paladins.
Yeah, that's the one we go for. The one who's the paladin murderer.
Erik is gonna disguise. Actually, wait. Does Erik actually have the ability to disguise himself? I forget.
Do you have the disguise self spell?
I do.
But what I do have is shadow thing somewhere.
You have a disguise kit on the ship.
Probably disguise Erik, just in case.
Okay. Let me just Google this real quick. Okay. So you're just going to try and disguise yourself? Rob?
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Yes.
We can hear you. Yeah, you're just going to try and disguise yourself?
Try to disguise myself.
Okay. Just give me a dexterity
I
check.
like short sounds.
Your character sheet broke.
Oh, go. What did you do?
Do check?
Not again.
Fixed it.
Did he make it an NPC or something?
No, he just put it on the bio, and he couldn't figure out how to get it off the bio. You try and disguise yourself, just generally make yourself look a bit different. You look in the mirror. Yeah, that's convincing, right? He steps out into the main room. Yeah, it just looks like Erik with some shit on his face.
Let's just we're gonna lucky that one.
This time, yeah, you actually notice this, and you sort of go back in. You basically, when you go out the first time, and you notice everyone looking at you like, "Oh, hey, Erik." You're like, So you go back in and try again, and this time it's much more convincing. Is there any particular way you want to look,
Who's the
or just
scary being
different?
on our ship?
Just do different. Also, that's not how you spell my name, Loen, and for that I will make sure River personally assassinates you, and that will be how you die.
Cool, I always wanted to die like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna disguise myself just as a regular old disguise person. No particular look I'm going for.
Regular
Okay.
old disguise person.
Actually, it's spelled like this.
Oh god, you're like those really annoying people who have a normal name and they just put like an X in. It's like this, yeah. That is a spelling of Zachary.
No.
The
No, it
fuck
is
that
not.
does not spell Zachary.
That is not Zachary. That's Zaxary. That is XXX. That is triple X Zachary.
I mean, of this spelling.
That's not bad.
It's That's not too bad. It become a problem if it's like yeah. Oh my god, no, the fucking worst. That okay. That's like what?
Oh wait.
I actually knew a girl who was called Zoe with 2 E's.
Zoe with 2 E's. I'd just be like,
It's just so dumb.
well, like even Mark with the C.
It's just weird looking.
Mark.
Anyway, continue. What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
About disguising, right?
Yeah, he disguised himself, and he looks like a completely different person. He's still wearing Eric's clothes, so you recognize it as him, but he doesn't look like Erik at all.
Pretty sure that's just a title of nobility.
So yeah. Are people doing anything else to prepare as they want to go into this place?
Highly doubt they would know a no-name like Astra.
No, they would not know Astra.
Astra hasn't done anything important.
You've never been here personally, and you've heard of this place before. That it's generally not a nice place to go to, and you generally were instructed to leave it alone. But yeah, you wouldn't know them. They wouldn't know you personally. So yeah, you ready to get your ship parked up?
I am.
Okay.
I don't think there's that much preparation I can make.
So yeah, you fly the ship in. Sean is just gently flies the ship in after making sure you're all ready, and he just parks up. Immediately after parking up, you hear some voices outside of your ship. It's very busy. Clearly, this place is like imagine a very tight, confined, like almost like a giant spaceship. It's many spaceships welded together, with these effectively corridors full of people. It's extremely crowded. You're currently inside your ship, and you can just see these crowds of people through your front window. From the right side of your ship, where your door is, you can just hear some high-pitched voices.
This sounds like a party and a half.
High pitched like female voices? Or like
More like actually, give me a perception check.
on helium?
No, you. From what they sound, they gob croaky voice, something that's quite common for smaller creatures.
I see. Can I like look out the window at them? Are they like?
Yeah, there's no window on the sides of your ship. It's just a window on the front window and back. But you can. Dabo, I know you like Danganronpa 2 a lot, but
I just clicked on it. So
I didn't get the
Bongo would take a
notification
screen.
like closed Steam. Dang it.
but yeah, you would have to. Jeez, stop it, you people.
Wait, guys.
Note to self: install more Windows.
I have a window on me.
You do indeed. Do you want to use it?
No,
No.
but I have a window on me.
It could be a spaceship window if you wanted to use it on your ship.
No. I can find better opportunities to use it.
I don't think you've literally used it once. That item.
I literally used it just last session or the session before that.
Yeah.
No, last session. Yeah. And that's the only time I've used it so far.
It's a really cool item though.
It is pretty cool. I just need to find more uses for it.
But yeah. You just hear these things. You also sort of hear some scratching noises on the side of your ship.
Vicky, it's okay with you if I play Binding of Isaac during the session, right?
No.
It's okay if I play Danganronpa V3 during this section, right?
No.
Can I play Dungeons and Dragons during this session?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
But so these guys are outside, and we can't look at them.
Wait, it's okay if I play
No, it's not okay. Nobody should play DDO. It's a horrible game. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
exactly what I was about to do. Come on, yeah, we have to continue that. We gotta play more DDO. It's the greatest game of all time. Oh no, my connection to the server has been interrupted. Oh. Oh, my Wi-Fi down.
But yeah, you hear this scratching noise on the outside of the ship, and you hear these things. They sound like they're giggling.
Oh, there we
Giggling?
go. My
Are they like?
back.
Can I like understand them?
They're not. It's quite muffled through the ship. It's a very thick hulled ship, but you can definitely hear giggling. You can't really make out what they're saying though. You know, you can leave your ship.
No. No, we can't. That is silly, BP. Oh, freaking internet.
So,
It's pretty deeply engraved in. Of course, your
Nice.
ship is also half made of wood now.
I'm gonna look at the internet. Great, internet is not working. Let's get Discord up on our.
He opened up Danganronpa.
all right.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm back apparently.
oh, welcome back.
My
We missed-
internet is being weird and going on and off. But now I think it's steady
Oh
now.
yeah. I'm still being itself. I don't know. I see it.
Freaking Dabo, stop unmuting your mic. I reset your internet just a second. Dabo is a bully. Alright, am I here? I'm not here. Okay. Gosh dang it.
very rude.
Maybe I should have stopped that before.
I've done ruder.
Alright,
You know.
apparently any internet but my 5G one doesn't work. So that's cool.
G6. Anyway, continue. Okay, so there's these guys that scratched up our ship. That's really nice. Is there anyone else around?
Actually, you do see someone riding in on a small spaceship, a spaceship motorbike. Actually,
That's a thing.
anything's a thing in this universe.
You can travel like 6 days through space on a spaceship motorbike.
So I
Anything
can just
is-
wish for
It's
it and
much
cheer it
faster than your
back?
ship is.
Now I'm just sad.
Do we go faster than the speed of light?
Can we
What?
go to Plaid?
Do we go faster than the
No,
speed
you
of light?
do not go faster than the speed of light.
I think I want
How
to
close
go
are
to
these
Plaid.
planets? Are they all in the same solar system? I mean,
No,
all in
not
the
necessarily the same solar system. Same universe, but not same solar system.
Yeah, we have
But
fast
then,
ships.
then it would take like it takes like a year to get to Mars from. Anyway, okay.
Shut up.
It does not take a year to get to Mars.
Yeah, it does. In
It takes
real
like
life,
4
it does.
months or something.
Let me hold up. How long does it take to get to Mars? 300
Do you
days.
guys want to hear us? Do you guys want to hear an excerpt
That's
from
not
a
a year.
story?
Anyway, okay, so let's explore. And
Ripper.
we were supposed to come here, right?
Well, you came here and you see a woman parking up her motorbike right beside you as she gets off. and just seems to be looking around. You're cutting in and out.
Alright, welcome back to the
Thing, right?
recording
Yeah.
definitely did not end.
Key. I got my phone back, correct?
No, I'm sorry. You're cutting in and out quite a lot.
Well, look, you're in. This dude's in a corner. You're like facing him. He has your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I better now?
Yes.
From what I can tell.
I got my phone back, correct? Yeah.
No, you're standing above him, but he won't put up a resistance if you try and take it back from him.
Okay.
Okay, you take it back. You got it now?
Say this to the guy, then head back to the group.
He hisses at you, and yeah, you sort of just make your way back to the group. While you're separated, though, Dimble, please give me a perception check.
Okay. Let me get up my character sheet.
Oh my god, okay. That was insane. You're going to have to roll pretty high. I'll say Astra can also give me a perception check with disadvantage. And Loen. Both. So Loen and Astra can both give me perception checks with disadvantage.
But not me, because I'm fine.
Not you, because you're with Erik.
Wait, have we taken a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna refresh everything.
Yeah, none of you notice anything.
Shoot. So,
I will say there are lots of shops here. If you ever want to sell anything you've got, you can do that here. But otherwise, you're going to have to find some way of looking for people you want to find. You can ask people. You can just generally look around.
we buy things.
Yeah, you could buy things.
Alright. What was that
I'm not gonna sell anything right now. I'll probably sell stuff on my way out.
Okay.
We should like. I'm going to discourage you guys from selling anything or buying anything because I want to get out of here. Because
Alright, so I want to go buy something.
no,
I want to go
Okay.
buy a healer's kit.
So you look around. You find a lot of marketers selling things. As someone who's interacted with a lot of artificers before, you're very easily able to filter out the ones who are selling shitty things from the ones who are selling legitimate things. There's very few who are selling legitimate things, but you do eventually, after about 5 minutes of wandering around. I'm assuming you're wandering as a group right now. You do sort of find a someone who's selling healing kits.
Yay. How much?
100 gold.
Alright, no thanks.
Okay.
wait, you're not gonna. You not have 100 gold?
I do, but I need to use 100 gold.
You have.
I have 915 gold and I need to spend 1,000.
You have 950 gems, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's true, but is it a good
I'll
idea to
take
sell
anything. I'll take gems if they look valuable enough.
them? Should we sell them to this guy? Question.
Why not?
Alright,
what
how
happened
much are you offering?
Well, show me the gems, and I'll see what's worth 100 gold.
I'll show him one gem.
You reach for your bag of holding to get out the gems, and you cannot find it.
Oh
Of
God.
course.
Oh. Mhm.
Your bag of holding is not in your possession anymore.
Well, it's a good thing that no one else can use it, I believe.
No, don't think anyone else can use it.
So, very fucked.
I don't think anyone else can use it. I'll check though.
It requires attunement, so.
Yeah, it requires attunement, but I think after that they can use it. But it would have different. It would have It wouldn't have your stuff in it or something.
I don't know.
Oh no.
bag hole.
Yeah. Eric's keeping a good eye on his stuff, and I'd assume even a bit on the stuff around him. It's just he wasn't there when his bag of holding got nicked. Yeah, you sort of pat yourself over. Yeah, you have everything.
Do I
You
also?
definitely look a lot more intimidating than Dimble does, so that's probably why you have everything. Similarly,
Do I-
Eric doesn't. Eric, James, and Dimble are the only three who don't look very intimidating.
Do I have everything?
Yeah, you check. You've got everything. Loen has got everything, and Sean even checks, and he's got everything.
So
Lata has
Hmm.
very wisely stayed on the ship this time. Actually, I'll say Sean has stayed with her probably. It would be a bit weird if you left Lata alone on the ship on a planet like this.
So my motorbike's still on my
Wait.
inventory. I see.
Your motorbike is not on your
I'm
inventory.
just gonna pull up my motorbike
Wait,
from my
wait.
pocket and then start
Guys.
riding around.
So theoretically, could I use my potion of mind reading to figure out who stole my bag of holding?
Oh Jesus! It gives you the detect thought spell, right, or something?
I don't know. Let me see. Potion of mind reading.
Yeah, detect thought spells.
Yep.
You'd have to move it to multiple different people, and you're not entirely sure when it was stolen.
Oof.
So you'd think it would be very unlikely that it would actually help with that.
Well, unfortunate.
A lot of stuff gone.
Okay, yeah, I guess we gotta ask this boy. So, can I slide into his DMs?
You're just gonna ask this merchant.
No, ask the guy, the guy who texted me
Gonna ask him. Okay.
where he wants to go.
Just gonna. You don't get a response.
What the? I'm gonna slit this guy's neck.
Actually,
And I'll
you
make
get
it
a
worth
response.
your while.
You get a response. No, you get a response that says, "We have something you care about. Just come to the Black Steel Bazaar."
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm already here.
If you've lost something, you'll find it at the Black Steel Bazaar.
Oh, no. It's just advertisement.
Is it actually just advertisement?
Guys, I think I got a virus. I'm gonna ask it where my bag of holding is.
It says, "Looking for a bag of holding? We've got what you want at the Black Steel Bazaar."
What did it say in the first message? Like,
It said we have your friend.
God.
I'm assuming are you just sort of testing it out at this point, sort of just sending random like hi over and over again to see what these messages are?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like, do you know any good girls?
It says, "Looking for do you know any? We have what you need at Black Steel Bazaar."
Okay, let's get out of here.
And you try it a couple more times, and eventually you cycle through several different messages, and it seems to just be a bot spammy thing.
Yeah, type in Sherry.
Yeah, you type in Sherry, you just get random responses back like, "We have your friend at the Black Steel Bazaar. Come on, you'll kill them."
How did they get my number?
Eric might have sold your number for like 5 cents a few planets ago.
Boy, 5 cents. That's not even a currency.
That's not even a currency.
Dude, that's probably like 5 copper points or something.
Let's go find Ripper.
5 copper pieces.
Ripper.
Okay, where do you want to look for him? From what you know about him, he'd probably be anywhere where there's bodies. He'd probably be at a morgue or something, freaking people out. He sometimes just likes walking around streets, scaring people.
Let's go visit nearby morgues.
Okay. You look around and you can find. Well, it says it's a morgue, but it really just looks like a room full of bodies, which a large orc man is just pulling bodies away from. Out from the corner of your eye, you do see a figure looming about near a crowd of people. He seems to be talking to them, and he's very tall and very broad-shouldered, and you recognize his build as Ripper's. He's wearing a white mask over his face that conceals his features, and it's got messy, long brown hair that sort of just seems to be completely uncared for.
That sounds like my boy Ripper.
Yeah, he looks exactly like him.
He looks like him.
Oh, here is what we should do. Erik is going to go approach Ripper
We
and
already have
start.
a mass murderer.
Disguised Erik is going to go approach Ripper and start talking to him a bit, like just say like, "Hey there."
He turns to you and he says, "Hello there." Seems to just look at you very curiously. You can only barely see his eyes through this mask, but he just seems to look at you very curiously.
I'm going to ask him, "Hey, are you the one Ripper guy I've heard so much about?"
He pulls out his machete and says, "Depends who's asking."
Who's asking? I've just heard a rumor that I might want to talk to you about. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. It can only be good for you. Don't worry about this. But
No
heard
worries.
have you heard
Very
the rumor
persuasive.
that one Erik guy's back in town?
Ah, Eric's back. Well, when you see him, tell him I said hi.
Alright, hi.
If I happen to see him, want me to send him your way?
Oh, no, I'm sure he would have no problem finding me.
Or he takes off his makeup. Surprise!
If I may ask, what would you do?
What would I do?
For a
What roof
Klondike bar?
Curiosity.
What would I do about what?
If you happen to meet him again, just because from what I heard, you were closer to him than most people.
I've already met you, Eric. I'm not a fucking retard.
Damn it, Ripper! I was just trying to make sure you weren't hired to assassinate me.
Oh, no. Trust me. I would not need to be hired to assassinate you.
Oh.
That's the Ripper I know and love. Come here, buddy.
Are you actually going to try hugging him?
I'm just gonna say like, yeah, that sounds about you.
Come here, good
So,
child.
what are you doing here?
We're just, in town, slightly pissed off Arcana. No big deal, no big deal.
I heard about that. I was wondering when they'd finally grow a few brain cells and actually start caring about you being alive still.
Like he heard about it? Dang it. That means it's better news than we thought.
Also, Ripper, just while I'm in town, do you happen to know anyone who knows anything about resurrecting the dead?
Well, not really my area of expertise.
Opposite of what you're used to. I just figured I'd ask while I'm in town.
That sounds like a paladin thing, to be honest.
Oh, Ripper, while I happen to be here, since Arcana kind of wants me dead, and since you happen to have my number, I'll make a deal with you, okay?
Okay.
See, actually, wait. I'll text you the details, but I might have a few assassination contracts for you.
Okay, I'm interested.
I'll text you the details later. I need to confer with someone, but long story short, there's a few people that I may need dead, and if you can give me proof of them being dead, I will wire money to your account.
Money? Oh, I do not need money.
I just
I'll hurt you.
You know that from what you know, Ripper's never been one to ask for money. He's always asked for very strange things that seem to be that can change completely. He has asked for money a couple of times, but it never seems to be his priority?
Go on in right now, buddy.
A few things. I'll text you the details later. I just need to confer with someone.
The pubes of a
Confer with
virgin.
my people, you confer with your people. We'll see if we can come to a deal.
Sure.
39 blankets.
Pleasure,
What a coincidence.
pleasure doing business with you. And he holds his machete out, blade first, for you to shake.
Shake the machete, but obviously not hold the blade.
Okay, you sort of pertly shake it. Oh, well, have you been hanging out with noble ladies?
You could say that.
Well, I'll see you later. And he sort of starts sauntering off.
Now Eric's going to turn to Astra, and Eric's going to be like, hey, is there anyone in Arcana we might need to deal with? Like, any particular groups that we might need to be wary of or might want to dispose of?
Yes, all of them.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
People. We only need the bad ones dead.
Yes, all of them.
Particularly evil branches.
So, Bongo?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. You know the names of them. I don't like. You can just list off the names of the people if you want. You don't actually have to list them, but you know what I mean. You sort of you can tell Erik the names of the people of the branch you were a part of if you want.
So yeah, Eric's just gonna like text Ripper the deal of just like, hey, kill these people, kill these specific people, and I will pay you. Killing
Okay.
any random old Arcana paladin, because then he might come after Astra.
Okay, you won't mention that. You just mention the other people. Okay, cool. Yeah, you just send this message. You don't get a response immediately. You know that he's never been one to punctually respond.
Just like Ripper didn't exist until like an hour before this.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to do here?
Don't we need to find the your friend, Dimble? Huh?
My friend.
What happened to that?
He's on your planet.
So let's go.
But didn't you say you got a message from here? I mean, come on.
Yeah, the message that was just spam.
What?
James is not paying attention.
I say you just head back to the ship.
No, I know that, but you never told us, did you? You never told us in character.
We were discussing it together.
Okay, so are we leaving?
As you begin walking back to the ship, you can actually see something very strange. These men and women in strange purple armor that seem to be more organized than everyone else. They seem to be walking down this hallway, and everyone seems to be parting and making room for them, which is very cramped because these hallways are already quite cramped. So they seem to be pushing themselves against the wall flat.
Let's go
Erik,
the other way.
this particularly wigs Erik and Loen out. This kind of thing would not be seen here, even when you knew people who were in charge. You would never get this kind of special treatment. The leader of these kinds of places don't get this kind of special treatment. It's very weird.
Eric got this kind of special treatment.
Erik would not.
Guys, let's go the other way.
Special treatment.
Let's not get in the way of these guys.
Make room for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, you sort of get against the wall.
get out of the way.
Okay.
Try to blend in with the crowd.
I'm assuming everyone's doing that.
Do it immediately.
You gonna stand tall?
You freaking go.
Okay.
I'll probably just get out of the way too, yeah.
The question is Goat going to? Okay, Loan moves as well. Everyone moves out of the way, and it's a very tight fit, but they do manage to walk down this hallway. One man and one woman in this armor, and it's just very strange. You see, as soon as they've walked past people, they will sort of they seem all of the other people in the crowd are sort of staring at them as they go back to their business.
saying this after they pass.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just easily head back to the ship. When you head back to the ship, you just open it up and you see Sean and Lata both sitting at this seems to be just sitting at this control panel looking at a computer screen quite closely. As soon as you come in, they sort of separate slightly and they look over at you and it's like, we have a kind of situation. Arcana ships are quite close to the planet.
Are you fucking...
I think we might have missed a location thingy somewhere. Because they've probably been tracking us.
Wait, this could be good. This
Yeah,
could work.
I'm assuming. Did anyone tell you? Did anyone relay to the group that Arcana and this place don't mix? Or is
This could be
is
really
everyone
good.
keeping that secret?
I like this idea.
Sean speaks
Most
up and
people
is
would know
yeah. So I'm assuming because like several people knew this, it probably would have been mentioned at some point. But Sean's like, from what people have been telling me, they probably won't come down here. I mean, even if they know we're on this planet, it's not like there's much they can do.
And if they do come down, they're gonna have a lot of people to deal with.
Yeah. Okay, I've been already started doing it, but I can't find it right now. I'll keep looking though. And he sort of just starts looking, particularly around the ship for any kind of location tracker. Yeah, true point. And Sean basically just tells you all you're looking for something about the size of a. It would look very similar to something like a BlackBerry, but it's about the same size. But it would be blue.
Wait, like the phone or like?
Basically, Sean is like it could literally be anywhere. If back on Ravencroft, someone just snuck in and put a tracker somewhere in one of our clothings or on the ship, anywhere. I've checked all your devices and it shouldn't be on any of them.
I'm gonna
Eric's
check my
checking
stuff.
all his stuff.
Yeah, everyone basically just looks through the ship. You spend the better part of an hour just looking through every inch of the ship, and eventually,
Yeah.
Lata is like, "Is this it?" And she pulls out from a very small grate a tiny little tracking device, and Sean's like, "Yeah, that's it."
Dang it.
Should we give it to Ripper as payment for him assassinating Arcana people?
It was in the ship. It was in the ship, just inside a small, useless like air duct thing
Just chuck it into
that spread
the
air around
bar.
the thing.
Is there any ships that are leaving now?
Are there
Oh.
ships that are leaving now?
That's a
Yeah.
good
No.
idea.
You don't notice any ships that are leaving now. Oh, of course, this isn't the only parking area. There's quite a few, and each of them are very small. Imagine this entire thing is a lot of little spaceships put together. So there isn't like a huge parking area like you'd find in other space stations.
Yeah, I think we
It's
should...
like
Mhm.
your ship is like one of like 5 ships in this place, and the woman's bike is parked like right next to the wall. Very like it probably shouldn't even be parked there legally or anything, but you know what I mean. It's like very
Well,
tight fit.
legal.
We
Yeah,
should put it, we should
legality
put it
is
on a motorcycle.
questionable here.
Put it on a motorcycle. Arcana
okay.
would attack us here, and then when she gets away, we'll go like the opposite direction and leave.
Okay, you just put it on her motorcycle.
Yeah, let's wait until.
Give
she
me
shows up.
give me just a stealth check. I know it's not actually you being stealthy, but I think that's appropriate. This stealth check or sleight of hand. Pick whichever you want. Okay, 28 stealth. Cool. It's very well hidden. You hide it in a very clever place. You hide it underneath the protective area where the wheels are. This sort of shield that the wheels have.
Yeah. The wheels? Isn't it like?
Oh no, it's
flying thing?
it's a what's it called? Hybrid, where it can drive normally, but it can also fly.
I see. Why would you ever drive? You can. Okay. Anyway, I'll wait until she flies off.
Conserve fuel.
Yeah, many reasons actually.
Okay. I'll wait until this. I think we should wait.
Is everyone just waiting?
Maybe go buy some things. Can I buy anything?
Yeah, you could buy things or sell things.
Can I buy a +3 laser rifle?
Probably, if you had enough money to.
How much money would
This is the Black Steel Bazaar is not a small place. I will say it's a combination of lots of small spaceships, but it's quite big. It's like a city or a town.
How much money are we talking about for +3 to my laser rifle?
It would be cheaper to upgrade your laser rifle. But again, normal
Yeah,
prices
but
don't really
we're
apply to
waiting
this planet.
now. 'Cause we're waiting now because we know they're tracking us. We can't just leave because we're just blown up. So we're gonna wait for this person to get on their motorbike and leave because the tracker's on their motorbike. No follow the motorbike. But how much money are we talking about for this +3?
What is it already? Is it a +2 already?
It's a +2, yeah.
I'm just checking. I'd say it would be quite expensive because I think I made it like 1,000 for a +1.
Oh.
So it'd be about 5,000. No, it would be about 3,000 gold to upgrade it to that much.
I'm gonna see if I can sell those gemstones that I have. I have 50 of them.
Yeah, you actually do have 50 carrying 50 of them. You look around and you find a merchant. He'll give you 50 gold for the bag.
All right, I'll take it. Sure.
Okay. He immediately makes a face like, "Oh wow, sucker!" But yeah, you exchange it for 50 gold.
Whatever. I don't care.
James is such an easy person to fool.
Is James walking around the planet by himself now? This not planet, this space station by himself.
Yeah, I'd probably go to like the closest merchant close to our ship.
Yeah,
but,
you're not
yeah.
far away. There are quite a lot of merchants nearby where you are. You're in sort of the merchanty area of this place anyway.
The first rule of the bazaar: don't go off alone.
Pretty much.
James has gone off alone.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back immediately.
Yeah. You immediately go back. It's very awkward. You see a lot more strange things going on. You actually see that from the corner of your vision, these guards once more, but they're sort of walking down an alley quite far away. So you manage to avoid it.
Make sure nothing's being stolen out of my pockets.
Yeah. You manage to get back safely.
All right. I'll just wait for this motorbike person to leave.
Okay. I think that's a good place to end this session.
Wow.
Well done.
Yeah, what do you think? It's a bit of a weird one, where it's sort of like ending the last planet, setting up the new planet, but
That was
I
pretty
think
cool
my planet's-
advertising.
I think my planet's being attacked right now, and that's what I'm really scared about. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
what
my
to say about
Believe
that.
why would your
Better.
planet be attacked? It's crazy.
That's stupid.
Okay, Ripper can defend your planet.
For a single
Oh yeah,
opinion.
from
You
this
do not-
planet right here. What?
You do not want Ripper defending your planet.
It's okay, Ripper can kill the people attacking your planet.
It's been already 2 days since I haven't heard anything from them. So I think they're either dead or safe, and like something's wrong with my communication.
Something is not wrong with your communication.
So yeah, what do you think? Any theories, ideas? What's going on?
We're gonna die soon.
Probably. I know this session wasn't as epic as a fight, but
How many sessions until the end of the campaign? Do we know?
Depends on us.
it's like you're going to be leveling up 2 more times, but it's going to be so it's going to be a small story on this planet, small story somewhere else, small finale story, if that makes sense.
Or both.
Alright, so now you
Okay,
level up again.
Miki, yes or no? At this point in the story, is it possible to bring Sherry back?
No comment.
Oh,
Sure hope not. God.
I sure hope not. That bitch needed to die.
Okay, were the Dryads evil? In short, kind of.
You get a little evil.
Dryads actually think they could bring Sherry back?
The Dryads were probably more evil than Kumoriash, but both weren't. Neither were saints. Of course, you're taking down Arcana, which is full of good guys, so you're clearly evil already.
That's not how that works when they're genociding people.
No,
That's
this is like
100% definitely how it works.
they're the government. The government is always good and always wants to do
Yeah.
its best for its people.
Like those Allied guys in like World War II, where they like killed that Hitler dude who was just really nice and like just not doing anything at all. You know?
Hitler was assassinated. Hitler is the true robbed. No, Hitler is the true robbed
Assassinated.
goddess.
Hitler
Kills himself.
assassinated
How could he be
himself.
assassinated?
Hitler is the true robbed goddess.
Hitler assassinated himself.
No, got the over the top -5 edit.
His kill death ratio though, like that was pretty good kill death.
His KDA was like 6,000,001. I wonder who is the highest KDA in real life. That'd be a good question.
It's a good question. Like they personally
done.
Well,
personal
who personally killed the Jews? That's a good question.
Why are the Dryads evil? Because they basically, well, I wouldn't even consider them evil, but they did like drive away all other life on their planet of the Druids that used to live on their planet, and they want to take over the world with plants. However, they don't want to kill people. They're not about killing people. They just want the world to be overgrown with nature. They don't like buildings and stuff.
The only question
Well,
to have
if
in the
humans began to live in trees, they could live in peace with them.
Yeah, effectively. No, it's not really evil so much it is aggressively naturous.
And evil.
And then you've got a strong start with the new planet-ish space station, Black Steel Bazaar, where your bag of holding has already been stolen. You do not know how long I've been planning for your bag of holding to be stolen.
Why were you planning for it to be stolen?
Because it's the funnest thing ever. The bag of holding's like, oh look, we've got this thing where we can put all of our stuff. And I'm like, you've also got this thing where if you steal it, you've got none of your stuff.
I didn't even keep things in it, so.
What did you
Sorry.
have in that? You had a lot in that.
Had gems.
When the bag of holding was stolen? Stolen?
What?
Stolen because Erik left it on the ship. 7 blankets.
Oh no, actually, just to get back to the ship, you see all your 47 blankets have been stolen. No, I'm kidding.
Can I just make another one?
The campaign.
You physically could, but I think you need to level up for that, don't you?
No, well, I mean yes, but like, can I
Don't
just
worry,
make
you're gonna
another
do that
one?
like twice.
Yeah, you physically could make another one, yeah. Or you could try and get back the one you lost / got stolen from
I
you.
don't think that's gonna happen.
Like, that is totally gonna happen.
Unless, like, by random chance we find that guy who stole it.
Or girl.
Play Roblox.
It's a guy.
Or girl.
I'm sexist.
Or guy.
Or girl.
Now, do I do the memes? I think I do the memes.
Always do the memes.
Because I've got, so basically I'm sorting out the teams by strong, smart, and then romantic, I guess, is the third one.
Oh yeah, you can put Noah on.
I've got too many strong people, basically. So I'm left with Jerd and Chet, and I need to put one in the romantic and one in the smart.
Put Jared
And I'm like-
in romantic.
Romantic.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
And Chet's going in the smart.
Roblox right now.
Actually, I might put Junior in strong. No, not strong.
Junior and strong.
No, sorry, I was confused. I need to put someone from strong to smart to move Chet to strong. But I don't think there's anyone in strong that I'd rather put in smart.
Me.
Oof, it does sound tempting.
Oof. Clown killings.
Yeah, TDR2 is just, it's basically just TDG with Nihi.
TDR2 is TDG.
It's also much.
Actually.
It's also much better.
TDR2 is TDG.
I would
except it's,
actually
like,
love for you to be the main host again.
not
What?
randomly.
Me?
Yeah.
I am.
I know. I'm saying
Oh,
instead
okay.
Axel, because Axel's like hosting anything else.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Oh, someone signed up after everyone signed up.
Was it?
Who?
Hideyotoshi Kawashima.
Who?
Hidetoshi Kawashima.
Don't care.
Wait, he just signed up for like 2 things. for TD High.
TD High. I love that name, TD High.
Yeah. Well, season's full. I made the rule that it was 3 teams of 9 already. So yeah, I guess I could make the first post.
Wait, how did they find it? Wait, how did this person find this?
Why do I have a new message?
They could potentially be an alt.
Gazoots, you've just been a moderator of total dramatic drama. Oof. I have become the moderator of like
Okay,
2
so
subreddits in the past 2 days.
so it's their only other comment. He signed up for Waffles Roleplay and Europlay is a post on a Survivor thing that says first Survivor crush, and they just typed girl.
Girl. Girl.
I'm trying to find the specific contact.
Just look on it's the bottom thing on the.
New message from
I don't
Bo
see
on
the
Reddit. What?
context.
Why is Bo sending me messages on Reddit?
Roulette or something.
Responding to anything. They actually just said girl.
Oh, it's
Just
another
girl.
bachelor. TD bachelor.
Really? I didn't get that.
Not too
I
bad.
did. I did get that. Just kidding.
I should probably do this challenge this time.
I did the last one.
I didn't have to do the last one because
I
I
thought-
was saved.
I like how Lime says I can barely keep my eyes open, and then she doesn't leave. Listens to us talk.
Well, she doesn't need her eyes
Are you
open to
awake
listen to
still?
us.
It's true, actually.
She can
Awake?
listen to our beautiful voices. Putting her
Now you're
softly
making
to
her
sleep.
wake up.
Hey, Lime, do you like
Sleep. I don't know any lullabies. Sleep.
Oh jeez, I don't think she's gonna. That's not gonna help her sleep.
Sleep.
See you, Lime.
See you, Lime.
Goodbye, Limeberry.
Hearts.
Be sure to show up for tomorrow's mandatory Roblox session.
Mandatory.
Speaking of Roblox, bad game.
Bad game. Get out of here.
Speaking of Roblox, does anyone want to do a 12-hour marathon of clown killings?
Yes.
Oh God, why?
Clown Killings is amazing. Oh, Dabo hasn't gotten to try the Survive game. That one's
I'm
actually
good.
good.
I'll pass. It's okay. I'll
No,
be fine.
No, that one's actually good.
No, don't worry about it.
Dabo, you're a terrible person.
What?
Dabo, you're gonna play, and if you don't, I'll shank you.
Did you rename me has shit opinion? Okay, hold on.
Shit.
I never rename anyone.
So, are we actually going to do anything, or are we not?
I don't think so.
Do something if anyone wants to, I guess.
Play Dungeons and Dragons online.
Alright,
Jesus Christ, we could if you really want to, but
alright, see you later, nerds. Thanks for watching.